Hello, this is Michelle from Divine Intuition, and I am back for doing tarot readings for all the zodiac signs. So instead of doing a monthly reading, I'm thinking to do just a quick all signs reading. I say quick, but usually they last around 1 hour or so. So let's start doing your reading, and I'm just gonna wait until some people show up. Let's see. So let me know if the audio is good, that if you can hear the audio, if the microphone is good too. Okay. Hi. Hey, Brandon. Is the audio good? Can you hear me? Okay, let's start with Sagittarius. So let's do the fire signs first. So, oh, awesome. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know. So for this reading, for the all signs reading, I'm going to use the Witch's Tarot and also the Psychic Tarot. So just to do like a general reading, I'll just use these tarot cards. I do want to use other types of tarot. I do have other decks, but I kind of want to use them for special occasions, or like kind of doing night readings too, because I feel like it's good to do. It's more quiet when it's nighttime and more relaxed. So kind of want to do a nice quiet tarot reading as well, maybe at nighttime. So for those ones, I can use like special cards, card decks that I have. So for this one, it's just general reading. So I'm just gonna give a general reading for those signs. So let's start with Sagittarius. Let's see what's in store for you guys for the coming week. Let's see what's in store for the coming week. All right, we have the Six of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Cups. So we have the Six of Pentacles. So what I see here is that you're going to be offered an opportunity, Sagittarius. Some sort of assistance is going to come your way this week. Could be financial assistance, could be a financial gain from someone that can help you. So this is usually a card of charity work. So charity giving, right? So you could be giving someone, you could be helping out someone during this week, or someone may be helping you this week as well. Probably somebody who's more experienced at this situation. So probably somebody who you can probably look for guidance and support. Not just financial support, but like emotional support, I feel as well for you, Sagittarius. So someone who can actually help you out in certain things. Somebody who has experience. That's what I feel for you, Sagittarius. And it looks like it's going to help you whichever way. It is something practical. Could be maybe what I sense is like guidance in your job or your career, something that helps you gain financial income regarding business ventures. So that's what I feel, something regarding business ventures or something regarding your job. So try to, have an open mind and listen. I know sometimes we have our ways of doing things, Sagittarius, and especially Sagittarius. They're very free-spirited and like to follow with their own plans, and they have their own mindsets, right? But I feel like this person is quite experienced, Sagittarius, so be open to listening to their suggestions, okay? Because they can actually help you out, and they're quite open to help. They want to help. So I feel that this is going to be a week where you will have to learn to receive guidance or help or support, and don't be afraid to ask for support as well. And it could give you also an opportunity to also give to others as well. If it could be vice versa, you could be helping somebody out as well. So that's what I see. I do see something quite passionate happening for you this week, something quite exciting that will spark your interest. So we have the Ace of Wands here, and it's quite new. It's fire. Perhaps your fire hasn't been that ignited lately. Maybe things have been a little bit dull, right? And the Ace of Wands kind of promises something exciting. It's a spark. So it's kind of like a spark of passion, a spark of excitement coming your way, or something that is starting to initiate more and more. So you're quite passionate and quite into what you're going to do. There's something that's going to excite you this week, and it can be an endeavor, passionate endeavor, hobbies. It could be something related to relationships, interactions, or outdoor activity, but something's going to spark your interest, and you're going to pursue that further, Sagittarius. And I do see the Seven of Wands, Seven of Cups actually as well. So this spark of interest is going to help you kind of see a different perspective in your path. You're probably going to, what I feel is that it's going to help you kind of clarify what you're looking for in life, probably clarify the direction in your life, probably helping you to make a new blueprint, because you do have the Six of Cups here. And that gives me the impression that this person that is guiding you is going to kind of push you forward in a new direction. So it's going to kind of like give you an advice. It's going to this advice or this assistance that you're going to get from another person is going to help you see things in a different perspective. That's what I see for you, Sagittarius. Okay, so that's going to help you kind of probably change your plans around. Probably with the guidance of this person, it's going to help you kind of switch your direction in life. That's what I see. Or kind of edit your goals and ambitions and kind of switch them around, and perhaps prioritize other things that are actually more important. And perhaps you didn't think it was important at first, Sagittarius, but because of this new excitement, new kind of direction of passion and guidance and support from another person who has more experience than you, that's going to push you in a different direction, or you're going to prioritize something much more different, Sagittarius, and kind of organize your life a little bit, kind of organize your blueprint a little bit in life. So let's take one card from the Psychic Tarot for Sagittarius. We have Destiny. Okay, we have Destiny here. So Destiny, what it's suggesting is that there are things shifting for you. There are things mobilizing for you. Like I said, we have a push towards a new direction. We have contemplating different directions as well here. So Destiny kind of gives me the impression that there is kind of fate. It's kind of like destined for you to head towards a different direction, or follow towards your calling, or you're being pulled towards someone, or you're being pulled towards a direction, or you're being pulled towards perhaps a new endeavor. I feel like it's saying that you have to kind of pursue it. You have to follow that gut feeling. You have to follow your intuition into following that, because it's kind of destined. It's kind of like you're destined to move on forward with this and let it unfold more and more. So that's what I see for you, Sagittarius. I feel like the wheels are turning for you, Sag, and I feel like you're gaining new perspective in things. You're gaining realization of things that mean more, that are priorities, right? And you're kind of actually quite excited towards this path, and it's more enthusiastic than usual. You're more passionate towards this than other situations. So you're kind of being you're kind of gaining inspiration. That's what I feel, Sag, is that you're gaining a sort of inspiration towards this direction. And I think it has a lot to do with the support and guidance of this person, or the inspiration perhaps of this person that's helping you out a bit further, that has more experience. So this week, stay with an open mind, Sagittarius, because it looks like things are progressing for you in a new endeavor or a new direction. The wheels are turning for you. Okay, Sag? All right, so let's see what Leo has. So let's do Leo now. So this is a fire sign. So let's see what's in store for Leo. We have the King of Wands. We have the Eight of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So Leo, you are quite distant this week. You are a little bit colder than usual. So you're just a little bit cautious of things. Perhaps things haven't been, going your way lately. And perhaps a lot of things you have to purge from the past. Maybe perhaps your childhood, right? So certain situations regarding your childhood, regarding your past, is kind of keeping you a little bit more cautious and a little bit distant than usual, right? Because of certain things that have happened to you, Leo. It's quite not in your element. You're quite a fiery sign, so you are really ambitious, and you tend to move on forward very quickly with certain things. But it seems like this week it's more of analytical, calculative kind of approach. That's what I feel, since you are very much the Queen of Swords this week, Leo. And the swords will be following this week as well, seeing as we have the Eight of Swords as well. So a lot of it could be excessive mental thinking. So you could be contemplating about things that are a little bit overwhelming, but they don't need to, it's not of a big concern what it really is. So you may be overthinking. That's what I think. I think, Leo, you may be overthinking this week and kind of imprisoning yourself with these thoughts, right? Because the Eight of Swords is suggesting that you are kind of trapped within your own mind, and that's kind of paralyzing you. So you may feel a little bit paralyzed this week, Leo, which is why you're a little bit distant and kind of reserved in your own world. And things like this is just caused by our internal mental thinking patterns. So we have to learn to kind of get out of the mind, right, and try to see things intuitively more than being logical, right? Because sometimes we can be very logical, right? And this is a card of being very logical, and our logic mind tends to paralyze us, right? We tend to get paralyzed, and we get to be consumed with fear and overthinking, and then we get stuck and we don't know what to do after, and then we don't progress, we don't move forward. So for Leos, I highly suggest for this week to kind of trust in yourself and believe in your gut feeling, believe in your intuition, believe in what you know to be true and what you're being pulled towards. Try to stay out of your head, because the more you're in your head this week, the more you're going to paralyze yourself, and you're not going to progress forward in the way that you should, in a quicker way than you should, because Leos tend to be very quick and tend to really achieve things very quickly with fire, and you guys are very ambitious, just like Aries, and you guys can get things done. But sometimes you can get in your head a little bit too much, Aries, and a little bit too much, Leo. There's probably a Leo here that has also Aries in their chart. So so, or could be vice versa, an Aries ascendant perhaps. So yes, so try to prevent this for this week, because this week seems to be paralyzing you a bit. But it looks like you're gonna get back on track, Leo, because we have the King of Wands here. So it looks like you're slowly kind of It seems as if your fire is slowly building up and up and up. So I feel like it's a little bit like cold, like ice, right? Frozen. And then, slowly melting, melting, melting as, you warm up a bit more and more. And then you start to accelerate faster, right? So I feel like this week it's going to be like a slow progress of like coldness to warmness, right? So, and mobilizing your wheel more and more. So there is a little bit of stagnation, right? So you're a little bit stagnant, Leo, right now. But as the days pass, just follow that exercise, and just trust yourself because you know what you're doing, and usually the universe goes in your favor, right? As a Leo. And so just keep pushing forward, and then you're going to accelerate, and start mobilizing faster and faster. And then, the fire is going to um, grow, basically, right? So, yeah. So trust in yourself. You have that fire in you. And it looks like you're going to be back in your element by the end of the next week. So this following week, by the end of it. I feel like the momentum is going to accelerate more and more, right? So this is going to be just in the beginning, but I feel like you're going to accelerate more and more after that. All right, Leo, let's take one card from the Psychic Tarot. Oh, okay, we got power. There you go. See? Leo, you're in your power. So don't stress about it. Don't overthink, because the thing is here, you're overthinking, right? Because you do have the power, and you have the strength to pull forward, right? This is a Leo card, right? Lion here. And you're quite balanced. So you're quite balanced. You have your moments of humbleness, harmonious nature, right? But then you have your moment of power, of your intensity. You have your calm nature, but you also have your intensity, right? So, but you're quite balanced with both. You know when to be intense, and you know when to not be intense, right? And each time, you need to portray that. You know when to portray it, or you know when to know, okay, I know when I need to be intense, and I know when I need to be a little bit more calm and humble, right? So you have quite a good balance. It's like a balance of fire and water, or air and fire. You know how to stay cool and collective, and you know when to be very intense with your fire and very ambitious. So you have that power. You're very empowered, Leo. So trust in yourself, because you have that gift. Okay, so that's what I feel for you guys. I feel like, yeah, it's going to be a little bit slow in the beginning. That's what I feel this week. Whatever you're planning, whatever you're contemplating and setting a blueprint, or whichever it is, it's going to start a bit slow, but it's going to kick up fairly quickly after that. So with whatever, I feel like it's mostly a project you're doing, an endeavor, a business, or it could be just you doing chores and activities throughout the day. You could be a little bit distant, and then accelerate yourself a bit more. That's what I feel for you, Leo. I feel like could be regarding your projects. I feel whatever you are initiating, it's going to take some time to, of course, like everything, it takes time to develop further, right? But I feel like the only person stopping you is yourself, Leo. So you are the only person that stops yourself from achieving things, or I think it's just your thoughts. You tend to overthink a lot. And that could be kind of like your only obstacle, is you yourself paralyzing yourself in whatever you want to achieve, or paralyzing yourself in regards to interacting with other people, or building connections and friendships, right? So I think it's just a matter of it's getting out from here, and just following here and here, right? Too much here, I feel, right? So okay. So next zodiac sign is Aries. So let's do a reading for Aries for this coming week. Okay, Aries. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Fool. We have the Ten of Wands. So let's see. You are quite busy this week, I feel. You have a lot of things to attend to. You have a lot of responsibilities. You have a lot of work to do. Could be at work or could be in your personal life. There's just a lot of things you're carrying over your shoulder. A lot of things that overwhelm you and kind of stress you, but you just have no choice but to hold on to it and keep moving forward with it and progressing it, because there are certain goals and achievements that you have to achieve. There are certain responsibilities that you have to do. As a leader, as an Aries, this is like your responsibilities, and it must be done. Your job must be done, right? So there's a lot of things that you need to work on this week, but it looks like you can handle it. It's not something that you like it can paralyze you or stress you out or can be overbearing. It's something that you're quite used to handling, and you can manage. As an Aries, you have that fire and you have that will to kind of pull through with it, right? So there are quite things that you have to work on this week. You are quite cautious though this week of certain things. You're quite protective of your position or your home or your what you've built, right? So something that you've built really hard, and you're quite protective of it. You're quite you're protected of it, but you're also protecting yourself. I see here you are forming walls. I feel, Aries, you're forming some sort of walls this week, and I feel it has something to do with just uh, I feel because a lot of things are quite stressful, right? You are carrying a lot of weight over your shoulder, so you can't allow things to be more stressful or kind of weigh you down a bit more. So you are quite protective of what you've built. So I do see you building something. See? So you are building something important for yourself here, right? You're holding something and you are building something, right? And you're quite protective over that. You're quite protective of what you've built. So it's not easy for people to kind of be part of that. So you are kind of not kind of closed. I feel, of Aries this week. You are a little bit closed this week, and it has something to do with what you're building. It has something to do with stress levels, I feel, for you, Aries. I do see the Fool here. So what I feel with the Fool is that you do want to feel a little bit free from the situation. This situation can be quite heavy for you, Aries. So this situation can be quite heavy for you, Aries, and there is a sense of wanting that kind of freedom or wanting that kind of free spirited nature. Because I do feel you have taken a lot of responsibilities throughout the months, I feel, and you are feeling it this week. And there is this desire to kind of have that freedom again, have that feeling of being light, being lighthearted or being light in your life. Kind of, it's like there's this heavy load and then there's this light feather, right? So this is kind of like the light feather. You kind of want to feel a little bit lighter again. Feel that feeling of not needing to take too much responsibilities in your life, but looks like you have to kind of endure it in a way, right? Because you have already achieved a lot and have built a lot, and you're quite protective over your territory. You're quite protective of what you've built with in your life, and you could be like this with people around you as well. So that's why you can be a little bit defensive and a little bit cautious as well. But there is this desire of having like this free nature, free spirited nature, and trying to find ways or solutions to feel a little bit more light in your life, Aries. So let's see. This one jumped right away. So we have material harvest. So material harvest is suggesting that you have like the fruit of your labor finally has been like harvested. So everything you worked hard on, Aries, has kind of already been fruitful, right? So you worked hard, you worked hard on what you were doing, and you finally kind of can enjoy the fruits of your labor. That's what it is. So you are gaining material harvest. So you are enjoying what you've gained, and it can be quite it can be it's hard because you're not in this state anymore, right? You want to feel a bit more lighter, but these responsibilities have rewards, right? And I feel like you're going to feel also the reward of it this week. So there is rewards to what you worked hard on, right? And you're going to kind of enjoy it and harvest it. That's what I feel. It's kind of like this week is all about understanding that, in life we have responsibilities, and understanding also that it's not always going to be hard, because in the end you're going to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So the responsibilities that you have to take forward with Aries have there's a reason for why you're doing them, right? And sometimes we get carried away with work, so much so that we forget the reason why we're doing so much work, or why we're taking on so much tasks and responsibilities, or why we're doing this in the first place, right? So it takes time to figure that out, because we get so caught up in the work, right, that we lose track of why we're doing it in the first place, right? And then you're going to have your moment of realizing, oh, this is why I did it. Oh, this is why I'm doing all this. I forgot. Okay, feels good, So feels good to collect your harvest from the hard work. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that feeling I get with Aries. All right, so let's go to the next zodiac sign, which is Virgo. So now we're going to do the earth signs. All right, earth signs. So let's see what's in store for you for the week. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands, we have Temperance, and Seven of Cups. Okay, so Virgo, we have the Eight of Wands. So it looks like things are accelerating very quick for you. So it looks like there's a lot of movement coming your way, and things are like mobilizing for you. Could be getting a lot of incoming messages, probably through texts or calls, or you just probably see a lot of things just moving forward for you. So if things were stagnant for you, Virgo, you're going to see this week that you're going to see a bit of an acceleration happening for you, and things kicking off more and more for you. And it seems to be optimistic and very positive for the movement forward towards what's happening, right? You are quite calm about the situation, though. You are quite tempered about this. You're keeping your balance. You're keeping harmonious in the situation, even though things are moving forward quickly, or things tend to move more faster than usual. You are quite balanced emotionally, mentally, and physically, and trying to stay calm in that situation, trying to stay tempered in the situation. You're quite patient, I feel, Virgo. You're quite patient this week in what's happening, and kind of like allowing this to move forward and flowing how it needs to be. At the same time, while things are accelerating for you and moving quickly for you this week, you are contemplating a few things. So you are contemplating a few things in direction in your life. Perhaps you're not quite happy with things in your life right now, and you're not quite satisfied, perhaps, Virgo, or what things may be happening for you for the past couple of months. And this week is a time where you are actually kind of figuring things out, and figuring things in your life, like a blueprint, or like finding a new direction, finding what really makes you happy, and trying to prioritize that. So you have the Seven of Cups here, and you're trying to figure out, what's best for me, what makes me more happy, right? And because you probably feel like the past couple of weeks you are past couple of months you haven't been that happy. That's what I feel, Virgo. And you're trying to see what were the things, what were the elements in your life that did make you happy, right? And so my suggestion for you, Virgo, is to select the things, to brainstorm, like brainstorming here. This is also a card of brainstorming. Is brainstorm and select the things that made you quite joyful in life, and try to enhance that more in your life, like prioritize that more so that life can be a little bit more fulfilling, right? And head towards that direction instead, right? But you are quite patient in how things are moving forward, right? You tend to take steps. You tend to move things one step at a time, right? Little by little, right? That's kind of how you like to get tasks done. But seems like this week it's kind of pushing you a bit more. It's pushing you to accelerate more faster, because there's just a lot of things that are moving quite quickly right now this week, right? So it doesn't overwhelm you, but you're not used to moving quite quickly like this. So, but it's helping you. So allow it to embrace it, because it's going to probably help you figure out how to get there quicker. Whatever you want to prioritize, I feel like it's going to help you get there faster than usual, right? So let's take one more card from the Psychic Tarot for Virgo. Suffering in silence. So that's why you're trying to find a different direction, Virgo. So we have suffering in silence. So you are hurting inside a lot, and you probably hide it. You don't express it that much, Virgo. It's probably hard for people to know what you're going through internally. You can hide it quite well. Suffering silence is a person who suffers but keeps it within themselves, and they don't really express it. They just, stay in their corner there and just embrace the sadness. So you are embracing sadness on your own. You're not letting people know how you're feeling, and you are suffering in silence, Virgo. And this could be the reason why you want to find a new path or a new direction that makes you a little bit more happier than usual, right? So, and I feel like the opportunity that's coming for you with these ones accelerating move, it's moving quite quickly. That's going to help with your emotional distress, Virgo. Okay, so do those exercises, like I said, for in regards to resolving this issue, right? Is to try to pinpoint the things that actually made you happy, or things that made you, how do I say, fulfilled perhaps, and try to prioritize those more now and try to enhance them and make it bigger in your life so that it can resolve any internal suffering, internal pain that you're going through, right? For probably the past couple of months, perhaps you have been going through this, right? So just try to enhance the things that make you happier more in your life now, and prioritize those things now. Okay? All right, Virgo. So that was a message for Virgo for this week. Staying balanced, harmonizing. Like usual, I feel like you're naturally a balanced person, Virgo, and you're naturally harmonic. And there are a lot of solutions for things that cause you suffering. Look for alternative path, alternative healing. I feel like healing, something to do with healing. Maybe you need to heal someone, or maybe it's yourself, but some sort of healing needs to take place, right? And look for holistic options, holistic ways to help people to heal them. It helps, sometimes it's not our responsibility to fix people. It's true. But in certain cases, when it comes to our well-being, it's good for our well-being. right? When we don't have control of a situation, it's best to. It is good to heal, though. I like it, there's this big conflict because I'm naturally a healer, right? But same time, there's a lot of information out there that tells you it's not our responsibility to heal people; they have to heal themselves, right? I yes, but no. I feel like I don't know. It depends who you are. For me, I feel like I'm born here to heal, so I have to heal people. And if I'm in a situation where I'm conflicted a lot, where I'm in a situation in a bit of a pickle, and is due to the reasons of the people around me not being healed, I feel like I have to take the responsibility of healing. But that's just me. Not doesn't apply to everyone because everyone has their own path and their own direction, right, Virgo? So it's up to you. It's your choice, right? But if it's a situation where you feel you need to heal them, right, then heal them. If it's something to do with the person, I feel like make the effort to heal them for two reasons. It can be either one. One, because you think, I, as a healer, you need to do this, right? If not, then if it's not for that, if you don't feel you're a healer, then do it for the sake of your well being, right? For the sake of, I have to do this because, or else it's going to affect me a lot because it'll affect your well-being, something like that, right? So you can see it in two different perceptions, right? Because sometimes we don't have control of the situation. Sometimes we have to, and we don't want to endure situations that are painful or that make you suffer, right, in silence. So that's why it's good to do it for the sake of your well-being as well around you, right? So, and then there's this third option where you don't deal with anything and then you leave. So there's three options. So it depends which person you are, right? Am I the healer? Am I the person who just wants to endure in a peaceful way? Or am I the person that just will just not tolerate anything whatsoever, zero, and then you leave? Or you don't deal with that person, or you don't deal with the situation, or you don't deal with the person at work or in relationships or in your personal life or with friends or interactions or business partners. Depends on your situation, right, Virgo? All right, so let's see. Let's do Taurus now. So yeah, Virgo, you just have to decide which type of person you are, and then you can take action upon that. Okay, Taurus, so let's do a reading for you, Taurus. Let's see what's in store for you for this week. Okay. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Two of Swords. So we have lots of swords this week. Ooh, and we have Eight of Swords. Okay, Taurus. So you're very much in your mind right now. Looks like there's going to be clear communications with a certain situation, with a certain someone. Maybe someone you're working with at work. Someone who is in charge, somebody who is in authority, because I do see my eye was focused on the ego here. And that gives me the sense of a person in power, a person who is constantly watching you or in authority, Taurus. So something that needs to be communicated, needs to be resolved with proper communication, perhaps maybe legally or with documents or and just writing back and forth through emails. So it is an air element. So it gives me the feeling of computer, electronics, or documents. So something is going to be communicated, you and this other person, or with a situation, and there's going to be clear communication regarding that situation. And I feel like it's something regarding in the past, because I do feel you a little bit kind of hurt by a situation and you're kind of pulled back, Taurus. You kind of don't want to give yourself as much. You're kind of reserved and you're kind of closed off and you're kind of hurt from something. So it's something that needs to be kind of communicated, because it's something that probably triggered you in the past, or triggered you, or something you have an issue with with this person you're communicating with right now. And yeah, you're quite pulled back, you're quite reserved, and you're quite hurt, and you're just staying very logical. You just want to stay in your mind. You want to stay logical with the situation. You don't want to be emotionally invested because of situations that happened to you and maybe previously, and things that maybe this situation kind of reminds you of situations from the past. And so you're a little bit kind of cautious, and you're kind of, your heart is a little bit closed on the matter, but you are quite very sharp and intellectually driven right now, and you're kind of um, very communicated and keeping things clear with people, leaving things clear with others, because of situations that have happened to you, Taurus, which pulls you back, right? You're quite reserved. That's what that's what I feel. Not reserved, but just pulled back, kind of like closed off, right? And more up in the head. You could be overthinking too, Taurus. There's a lot of things that make you kind of cautious and not wanting to make certain decisions. You are quite paralyzed in your thoughts right now. You are overthinking things, and that's kind of paralyzing you, Taurus, this week, and that is kind of not allowing you to move forward. I do feel like you're as if you don't want to see the truth of a situation, right? Because I see here you're not, you're kind of blindfolded. I don't see you seeing the situation, like actually looking and confronting the situation, or seeing the situation of what it really is, right? You're not seeing it. You're really blindfolded. So it's almost as if you're in denial, Taurus, almost as if you don't want to see the truth. It's like you want to cover your eyes and you don't want to deal with it, and you just want to, just communicate things intellectually, or I don't. In that sense, it's like as if you don't want to see the truth about a situation, and it is pulling you back and it's paralyzing you, right? So that's what I see for you, Taurus. Let's take one more card. Transformation. So yeah, something needs to end. Something needs to. You're becoming aware. I think you're becoming aware of something that you've been kind of denying, and you kind of defend it a lot, and you kind of don't want to see the truth about it, right? And it's called transformation, right? The death card. So this is the death card, and you're becoming aware of the situation, and it's something that you need. It's not easy to confront, because it's not easy to admit or confront it. You tend to stay blindfolded and deny the situation, right? You don't like looking at that situation, and so you try to blindfold yourself and you try to hide it. So that tends to paralyze you and paralyze your direction in life, and it tends to close you off. It tends to not make you want to open up to others, perhaps. It makes you be more cautious than usual, a little bit more colder than usual, and it paralyzes you a lot because it doesn't help you move on forward, Taurus. It doesn't help you move on forward in your life and progress in your life more and more. It just keeps you stuck in the same place, or in the same position, or in the same situation that you're in, right? It keeps you stuck in the same. Yeah, it's like as if you can't take risks or move on forward because of overthinking a lot, right? Because you're overthinking these situations, and you're kind of closing yourself off to everything. So that's what I feel, Taurus. You're closing yourself off to everything, and you're just staying, you're just communicating in a kind of like in a professional way, trying to stay professional, trying to keep things more, having boundaries, I feel. That's kind of what I feel for you. And, and it has something to do with things, that are transforming in your life, shifting in your life. You are kind of going through some sort of metamorphosis, I would say. So yeah, there are certain things this week, Taurus, that you're going to need to resolve. It's because I feel like certain things have ended and certain things are shifting, and nobody likes to go through an ending of any sorts. Could be something at work. Could be something that you're dealing with at work that's ending, and that's kind of making you a little bit more cautious. I do feel like work or relationships. I do feel like some sort of relationship, family members or relationships. But I mostly feel like it's more directed to job, something related to the job. So I'm just going to take water here. So yeah. I do think it's like people too, like interactions with people. Why you have certain boundaries with certain people because of situations that you went through emotionally in the past. That's what I feel for Taurus. Yeah. And I think it has something to do with work. Like it's something to do with your job. And it's something to do with what you're doing on the side when you're interacting with people. It's mostly how you're interacting with others because of a past situation or a situation that recently happened. So it's almost like I feel like you're letting go of something. That's what I feel with you, Taurus. Is like as if you have to let go of something, but you don't want to admit it, right? You don't want to admit that you have to let go of a situation, right? And you're kind of in denial to seeing the truth of that situation, Taurus. All right, so let's go to Capricorn now. So let's see for Capricorn for this week. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, let's see for you. So we have the Page of Wands, we have the Hangman, and we have the Six of Wands. Okay, Capricorn, so let's take a look at your card for this week. There's definitely victory about something. There's a situation that you were quite victorious about, Capricorn. You achieved something. Maybe you got a promotion or you got hired or you got a position or something's just working out with you in terms of relationships, in terms of interactions, in terms of like I feel like you were just working really hard towards something, and it looks like things are finally kicking up for you. Things are looking quite positive for you, Capricorn. Things are working out at work. Things are working out in relationships. So there seems to be a victory about something, that you're feeling quite victorious about a situation that is happening this week. You do have the Hangman. So the Hangman gives me the feeling that things are kind of stagnant right now. Things are also kind of like not stagnant, but like as if you're surrendering to a situation, like because things are actually moving forward for you, right? With the Six of Cups, things are moving forward for you. It's just that there's something that you're surrendering to, that you are allowing to let pass. You're surrendering to a situation, and I feel like perhaps it could relate to I feel like it's more spiritual, something that regarding more of your spiritual nature, or something in regarding to something you've been contemplating internally in your inner world. And you're kind of surrendering to that situation. And you're just allowing things to unfold slowly with that. Because I feel like things are working out for you and things are mobilizing for you this week, Capricorn. There's just certain things, though, that you don't have full control of. There's situations that you kind of have to lose control of the situation. And not many things you can actually control in your life. So these kind of things, you kind of have to surrender to it. And you kind of have to kind of release it and let it go. And allow it to flow naturally. Right, Capricorn? You also have the Page of Wands. So what I feel with the Page of Wands is that um, things are mobilizing for you in terms of um, interactions. So social interactions. I see there's more social interactions, and I think it has to do with what's happening for you here. There are like there are people who want to approach you, and that's what I feel like. Someone wants to approach you, Capricorn, and there is more opportunity for social interactions, and somebody who is quite youthful, who is quite excited and quite ambitious, and it's approaching you, and it feels like quite exciting to kind of interact with this person, right? So this person has quite a youthful energy. They're quite they're quite young. They have like this young, energetic, kind of enthusiastic approach, right? And then you may be encountering somebody like this for this week, and I feel like you have had experiences in life, and you have gained certain achievements, and I feel like you kind of want to interact with this person, right? Interact with this person who has curiosity. I feel there is a certain curious nature to this person, and you may be interacting with them and having like a sort of relationship or friendship with them, or sort of guidance. I feel like there's a sense of guidance, like mentorship, that you may want to provide for this person, because this person is quite new to this, and you seem to be a little bit more experienced in it, or more like experience in life, I feel, Capricorn. And so this approach is quite a nice lighthearted energy for you for this week, and it can be quite good for you to it's quite healing. I feel it heals you, or it reminds you of someone, or it could remind you of yourself. That's what I feel, Capricorn. um, but yeah, in between all this, though, there is a sense of letting go of something at the same time, and surrendering to the situation, and allowing things to flow naturally. So let's take one more card for for Capricorn. Moving on. So yeah, that's something that I feel like that's the reason why you're surrendering, is because you have the card moving on. So there have been certain things that you have gone through, Capricorn, certain challenges, maybe going through the dark night of the soul, going through some sort of darkness, that you're moving forward now from it. So certain things that you had to go within, certain maybe shadow work that you had to go through, certain darkness that you had to resolve. So, or maybe life hasn't been that easy. You have been going through some emotional turmoil, but it looks like you're moving past that and you're going towards the light now. So it looks like things are slowly kicking up for you, Capricorn, this week, and and looks like you want to move on forward towards that. You're kind of surrendering, and you're kind of moving on forward for better opportunities, better chances, and for things being more brighter in your life. So whatever it was that you are surrendering to and kind of letting go in the meantime, not really letting go, but you're just kind of allowing it to be, and focusing your energy on something else that it's important, right? And so that's why you're kind of just surrendering to that right now, and you're kind of moving forward to something that is important for you, um, and you're kind of moving on from it emotionally, mentally, and seeing, like, I don't know, you have, it looks like a compass. I don't know if he's holding a compass or not, but it gives me the feeling like following his true north, kind of like like finding a new direction. So it could be something in regards to relationships. If it's something regarding a relationship, a marriage, I feel like you're finally like moving on from that, moving past that, right? And if it's not regarding a past relationship, could be certain situations in your life that hasn't been easy. Maybe it hasn't been easy with the relationship. And I feel like all that pain that you had to go through, you're finally moving on past it. You're kind of letting it go. You're kind of forgiving. It could be, that's what I feel like, forgiving and letting that situation go and moving forward towards, okay, brighter times, happier times. So there's a lot of forgiveness that has to be done here as well for you internally, Capricorn. And, and it could be that, or it could, because I'm sensing from other people, I also sense like it's a marriage too, and that you're trying to move on. I did hear the word divorce, so it could be a divorce also that happened, and you're trying to move on forward from that as well, and you're kind of surrendering it to it, and you're embracing new opportunities, because I do see the Page of Wands here with this youthful person coming forward for you that is quite healing for you. Okay, so that's what I sense with someone, and if not, it's just something that in your life that you're kind of slowly moving past that and letting it go, and being optimistic with new opportunities for you, for yourself. Okay, so that was for Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. So yes, so lots of surrendering this week. But looks like you're moving forward into something nicer. It looks more brighter. Like, looks like you're moving forward to something that will make you more happier. So yeah, so don't push people away. Allow people to come into your life, because people that come into your life are like gifts. They bring you a sense of joyfulness, and they're like little sunshines, you know? So little rays of light. So allow people to come into your life like rays of light, because it looks like there has been certain shadow work that you've been doing, or certain I don't know, certain purges, or it feels like you've been going through a little bit of a dark tunnel lately, Capricorn. So allow those people to come in to kind of bring a sense of sunshine in your life, right? And they're like rays of light. Could be an intense light shine, or it can be just a little ray of light, right? And sometimes I feel like my cats are like little rays of light of sunshine. So like whenever you're going through an emotional distress or suffering in silence, you see that these little joys of life, these little cute babies. I call my cats cute babies, and they're just these little sunshines, and they just make life so much better. So yeah, it could be that, could be a pet. Could be a pet, or it could be a friend, or it could be people you're interacting with that are quite healing to be with, and just allow them into your life. Don't close them off, but just embrace them, right? All right, Capricorn, so that was your reading. Let's go to Aquarius now. So Aquarius, let's see for you. So we're doing the air signs now. Let's take a look at Aquarius. Okay, we have the Five of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the Death card. So Aquarius, let's take a look at your reading. There's quite competition going on for you, around you. Right? There are quite conflicting arguments around you, quite, conflicting this like disagreements and stuff like that, and it could be the people around you. Could be people that are these people can be quite aggressive. You have to be careful around them, Aquarius. Like they can be quite aggressive with their approach, very domineering people. And no matter how much boundaries you set towards these people, they just tend to step on it. They don't respect your boundaries. They don't respect what you lay forth, right? And these people, they can be quite aggressive, very domineering, and it's hard to kind of tell these people, like, give them boundaries or say no, they can be quite, they prefer their approach. Their approach is quite dominant. And with these kind of people, these people can be quite difficult, very difficult people. And you just have to learn to set your boundaries as much as you can, right? And try to do something about why you tend to attract these people, Aquarius, why these people tend to come into your life. It can be quite frustrating, to deal with these situations, these circumstances, but you tend to feel like it constantly repeats itself, and you're constantly dealing with like this kind of karma, or dealing with these kind of people. There's probably something you need to heal, Aquarius, and it's perhaps something you need to heal or need to deal with and resolve, so that these patterns don't repeat themselves, right? You could be dealing with something competitive at work too. You tend to feel like people tend to compete with you a lot, Aquarius, and you tend to put yourself in a very competitive environment as well. And it has to do probably to do with the direction you're heading in life. Could be certain signs, could be telling you about certain situations, whether a path is for you or it's not for you. Also kind of determining what kind of lifestyle you want. Is this the path you want to head towards? Or are these the people you want to get involved with, right? Are these it could be family members too, conflicts with family members. And then you have to wonder, and sometimes they're not our own blood family, they're other types of family members that we have to deal with. And you have to wonder why, like, you have to wonder if this is kind of what you want in the future. If is this is the kind of interactions you want, is this like what you want to revolve your life around? And these are kind of warning signs. They're warning signs of situations that they kind of give you a warning of where you're heading. And this is a good time to kind of understand that whether you have to take a U-turn or not. So it looks like you may need to take a U-turn on a certain situation because of these conflicting energies. Could be quite aggressive for you, Aquarius, because you are pretty involved in a situation that can be quite aggressive. It's quite competitive, and it's not good for you. And these people can be quite intense. But you're quite empowered, Aquarius. Even though you're an air sign, you're quite fiery. You're very, you have quite a strong power in you. You know how to put a stop to certain things, and you know how to set your boundaries. It's interesting. You have quite, I don't know if you have Leo ascended Leo or something, or you just have very strong Leo in your chart. You are a very empowered person. You're very empowered, and you don't let people cross you, and you tend to show your dominance, Aquarius. So it's interesting that you have quite a strong fire sign in you, Aquarius, seeing that you're air element. But there is quite the strong energy in you, and people sense it, and you can be quite powerful, right? You just are a very confident person. You're a very confident woman. Could be a man too, right? But you're this confident individual, and you're quite bold, and you're quite empowered, and you don't let people cross you, even though there is a lot of this strong aggressive energy coming from these people, right? But you're just very empowered, that and you're very much in your throne with your like torch or something, like a queen or a king, and you just know how to say to stop them from going too far with your boundaries, right? Or crossing your boundaries, or in that sense. So you're very empowered. Also, if you're involved in something that's very competitive, whether it's at work, because I do feel something related to work or business venture, it can be quite competitive with these people, right? People can feel quite threatened around you, but you just have to know how to, you show them that you're more than what you are, Aquarius. Aquarius, and you're going to show that. You're not going to allow people to step all over you. And even though people can be quite competitive towards you, they can't step step on you because you're very powerful, Aquarius. You have this strong Leo energy, I feel. And that's kind of like your power. And you are empowered person. They can't stop you. That's what I feel, is that no matter how much they compete with you, you just emanate such a strong sense of like empowerment that it kind of shows them that you're in control. So it doesn't matter. It won't affect you. So it won't affect you. Whatever people do to you, Aquarius, because of this strong energy that you have within yourself, they can't step all over you. They can't stop you. That's what I feel. No matter how much people try to stop you, try to step on you, try to stop you in achieving things, they can't. Because you have the strong Queen of Wands energy. You're very empowered, and you are a very empowered individual, Aquarius, okay? You also have the Death card. So the Death card gives me a sense of things that you need to kind of let go. There's a sense of like not wanting to forgive certain people, not because of this, right? It's hard for you to forgive, right? How can you forgive when you're being treated like this? And you're constantly being treated like this, Here you are, and then all these people all these dragons, and want to like throw this like sharp staff at him. It's just him against all these people, and these people are aggressive. Their dragons are aggressive. So it's like it's vicious, and you're constantly needing to deal with that, right? But because you're so empowered, it doesn't affect you as much. It affects you, but you're very strong. But you still had to endure so much. And that can be quite painful because it just makes you feel like, okay, I'm done with this. I have my boundaries. I'm done with this. I'm done with this crap, and I'm just going to just cut you out, and I'm not going to deal with it. Set my boundaries. I'm not going to repeat the same mistake. I got to be, I have to set my boundaries, be cold and cautious, right? Because people tend to backstab us, betray us, or people just tend to want to control. Like I feel like it's a very strong level of control too. So probably dealing with situations that are very controlling, and people like to control what is yours and what is your boundary. So there is this feeling of needing to let go of these people because they just step on your boundaries so much. You gotta have to kind of let it go, right, Aquarius? So that's kind of the conflict that you're going through, is that there's just this level of like not wanting to forgive anymore because of how you've been treated. And it's going to require you to kind of, certain things we can forgive, because I know, yes, we can forgive certain people in certain situations. Forgiveness is important. Of course, forgiveness is important, Aquarius. But so is your self-respect, and so is boundaries. So it's like we're in a time now where we're learning to have boundaries. So this is the era of boundaries. That's what it is. Because like also the era of compassion and love, yeah, and forgiveness. And forgiveness and love is important, but you have to know when it's a good time to do it. Like you have to also be very, like you have to, that's wisdom. You have to gain wisdom in that. And only through life experience can you see when it's right to be compassionate and forgiving, and when it's not okay to be forgiving and setting boundaries. I mean, you can still forgive and still give boundaries, right? Like you can have an interaction with someone and be like, okay, what you guys did was very terrible, and I went through a lot of crap because of you guys, something like that. But I forgive you. So you have to be like that. So I forgive them, but doesn't mean I have to interact with them anymore. And you set your boundaries, right? So internally, you're kind of helping yourself, because it's like you're like drinking poison if you're in constant anger, right? So because of the situation that you're being hurt, right? You're being hurt by this, right? So you just have to know how to set your boundaries. You just have to be like, okay, well, I forgive internally, I forgive, right? But that doesn't mean I'm going to interact with them anymore, right? That doesn't mean you're going to interact with them, Aquarius. So whatever happened to you, Aquarius, whatever situation happened to you with the Five of Wands, learn to forgive, yes, forgive, but also have your boundaries, right? Because it looks like no matter how much you set your boundaries, they will cross it, So we have material and spiritual prosperity. So spiritual and material prosperity is, I think, the six of Pentacles, right? Yeah. So I feel like there's going to be financial gain for you, Aquarius. You're kind of embracing what you've gained, right? And although there have been challenges for you, because these are the challenges for you, Aquarius. These were the challenges. And you had to be very strong to pull through that, Aquarius, right? Although there was challenges and you pull through it, Aquarius, you are kind of same time embracing what you've gained. So the week is not this week is going to be more about like enjoying the fruits of your labor, enjoying the material harvest, enjoying what you have gained in life, um what you have, right? Because you work so hard to get to where you are. And you've had challenges, but you're in a better place. You're in a better place now, Aquarius, and you have to learn to embrace that, right? So you have to learn to embrace it and appreciate what you have. Okay, so there is this week like material and spiritual prosperity coming your way for this week. So whether you're going to be purchasing something new, something that's going to help your home, something that's going to help your project, your business, you are gaining financial gains and material gains this week, Aquarius. And if not, you're just embracing what you already have, understanding that you're in a better place despite of everything you've been through, Aquarius. You are embracing everything you have now. See? And it's quite nice what you have. So you're in a state of embrace. So that's what I feel. That this week is more like, okay, I kind of am grateful for what I have. I appreciate with what I have. I appreciate what I have gained. And, I'm going to let go of these things, these situations, because I'm in a better place now. And I know you're very strong and you're a very powerful person, Aquarius. So that's what I sense for you guys. Okay, so next is Gemini. So let's see what we have for Gemini for this week. All right, Gemini. So we have the Strength card, the Six of Wands, and the Page of Wands. So I feel like there's this calm harmony and interaction with the person that you're going through with Gemini. There's like this nice interaction with someone that you are feeling quite harmonious with. This person's quite gentle. This person's quite understanding and has a lot of wisdom. Right? And I feel like there's this sense of harmony when you're dealing with them, when you're interacting with them. And they kind of help you kind of like, not kind of like tame the fire. Like, because I see like, you see the lion there and you see this woman beside it kind of nurturing, caring for the lion. And the lion feels like has a lot of harmony and tranquility beside her, right? This is the Strength card. It is a card of power, though. So you do have a lot of power, Gemini, to do a lot of things in your life, and you are quite empowered in what you do. But same time, as a very strong, powerful being that you can be, Gemini, there are certain times where you just need to have this moment of healing and peace or understanding, where you need to harmonize that intensity of your being sometimes needs to be not tamed, but needs to be harmonized. And this card shows that this person is kind of like teaching you how to harmonize and balance your energy. So, like the power card that we had there with the Leo card, we have like the card of knowing when to be intense and knowing when to not be intense. So, there's a sense of harmony and balance. So, kind of like yin and yang. So there's a sense of learning, kind of like understanding, and this person giving you the understanding that it's great to be strong and powerful, being that you are Gemini, but it's also good to have a feeling of harmony inside of you and knowing when you can be kind of gentle or be calmer in certain situation and be more harmonious in certain situation. So perhaps you were unbalanced before, and you were quite intense before, being the strong being that you are. But interacting with a certain someone can help you regain that calm nature, regain that healing nature. Because if you notice that lion, being with her, beside her, it really calms him, really kind of like tranquilizes him or her, and just feels like he needed it or she needed it really badly, right? And there's this loving nature, and she has like this infinity sign here, that it's just her energy just really kind of calms him or her down. Right. It's almost as if you were missing that kind of balance in you, and this person kind of provided it for you. Could be a person, could be a situation around you that gave you the opportunity to feel the sense of tranquility and harmony, almost as if you really needed it, right? So, deep down, as a deep down, this being that's very strong embraces the power. And it's nice when you embrace power and you can be very strong in certain things and you have a lot of intensity. But also, it's not only good for others to receive your harmonious nature, but it's also good for yourself. You, as an intense being, need to also feel it, need to feel that peaceful, harmonious nature internally. You need it. So it's good that this person, kind of helped you regain that balance, and you're kind of more balanced now in that situation, Gemini. And you just need to kind of practice it more. Practice being more in balance within yourself, because you have a lot of strength to endure a lot of things, and you are enduring a lot this week, but this week I feel you're going to be more harmonized, right? This energy of this person or whatever influence you received helps you be able to harmonize your energies and balance them out, right? Because sometimes strength can be more passive. Sometimes people think that strength is power, and strength is intensity. And so in order to maintain power, in order to maintain strength, you must always have intensity. But that's not true. Sometimes tranquility, harmony is just as powerful as being intense. So, uh, being within yourself, being in harmony, allows also you to see things in a different perspective and sees things beyond what you can see with just the egoic mind, right? So that's what I mean. This is why, she has this infinity sign. Because when you're in that state, you can see things further than what you could see when you're in a more calculative, logical mind, right? So that's what I feel is this week you're going to be in that state. You're going to be in that tranquil nature, Gemini, and be able to kind of perceive things differently this week. And that's going to be your strength. That's what I feel. That's going to be your strength, Gemini. I do see also things working out for you because you do have the Six of Wands, right? You have the Six of Wands, right? And the Six of Wands shows that things are going to be working out with this person. Maybe this interaction with this person is going to be successful, and the person that brings you this sense of harmony, maybe it's a new partnership that you're encountering with someone that's could be a partnership. And this partnership really kind of gives you that harmony and balance that you need. And you're going to see that things are going to work out with this person this week, and that things are flowing good for you. And you are going to be quite kind of kind of a relief, and kind of help you be able to be more tranquil than usual. And because you see things are moving forward for you, because you do have the Six of Wands, and that's progressing for you, and you feel like things are going to work out and things are going to look good for you. Maybe in terms of a business partnership, I feel, or things related to work. This person, you're also going to be interacting. I do see like you interacting with another person, and it's the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is a youthful energy, quite energetic, quite young, and this person is quite excited to achieve things and gain things in their life, coming into your life. And I feel like it has something to do with what you're building and what you're achieving with this other person here, right? That's going to open doors for this person to interact with you, with the situation, right? So there is quite a useful energy coming your way. Also, that's going to be kind of like a little light in your life, like a little sunshine entering in your life or entering your home. That's what I feel for you, Gemini. Or it could be you being very curious about life and wanting to explore more and having that kind of youthful energy. Okay, let's take one more card for Gemini. Balance. So yes, you have a lot of cards that talk about balance and kind of harmonizing your energies, because here, just as much as the Strength card, it's kind of like, again, telling you the same thing, that there's something within you that needs to be tranquil and balanced within, right? You can see. And it looks like you're starting to understand that, and you're starting to be a little bit more calm than usual, a little bit more peaceful and balanced. See, balance. We were just talking about balance and learning to regain balance within yourself internally. And it's something that you needed, because by balancing yourself, you gain such a much more higher perspective in life and in your situation. So, like I said, whatever situation you're dealing with this other person, this person is really learning to tranquilize your energies, see? And then that's you being tranquilized, right? And gaining the balance like we talked about, right? So this is the balance that we were mentioning. And I feel things are going to be much more harmonious now for you, maybe less stressful for you, Gemini. And you're kind of going to see that you have all the tools available to make those things happen. Because it really reminds me, this card has a lot of elements from the Magician card, because you do see the sword, the cup, the pentacle, and the wands, the staff. So that is quite the energy of the Magician, which is the manifester. So knowing that you can manifest anything in your reality, and that the tools are available for you, Gemini. You have the tools available for you, right? And you just need to make them happen. You just need to put all these elements together, and bam, you have it, right? So yes, balance gives me the feeling that you're a little bit optimistic this week about your situation, and now you're a little bit more balanced and harmonized and can see things better and how to achieve them. Okay, so that's what I see for Gemini. All right, so let's do Libra now. And then after Libra, we're going to do the water signs, and then that should be it for this all signs reading. And then I'm going to go eat something because my stomach is growling. So I'm going to eat something after this. But yeah, Gemini, I think it's a good week for you. I feel like things are working out, and not only working out around you, but I feel like with relationships too, interactions are working out for you, Gemini, and learning how to have this inner balance, which is what you really need. right? Because I feel like you were out of balance, Gemini, and now this week you're finally going to kind of apply what you learned, apply what you felt with this person, and be able to kind of harmonize your energy this week. And you're going to learn that that's actually quite beneficial for you than just always showing this intensity, power, and right, using the strength card, because strength card is kind of like a Leo card. So there is quite a strong Leo energy within you as well. And that is what usually drives us to gain certain power and achieve certain things. But at the same time, we also need some harmony in our lives, and we need to be a little bit passive and internal, like looking into our internal world more, right? Instead of being controlled by our thoughts that just constantly project fear all the time. Fear, 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 right? So we don't want to live in fear, right? And then by living in fear, that paralyzes us and stresses us out. And then we lose balance and we lose control of a lot of things. But when you're calm and you're more in your internal world, suddenly you gain control of everything. So that's what I would advise. Okay, Libra. So let's see for you. Libra, Libra. Okay. Libra, you have the Three of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords, and you have the Lovers. Okay, so there is a little bit of conflict this week that I see for you guys, Libra. And there is some sort of conflict you're going through with the Knight of Swords. But I feel like it's not going to take over the energy for this week. I feel like it's something that's internal, I feel, because a lot of things around you are working out. I do see, like, you have the Three of Wands, and that's quite an optimistic energy. Things are mobilizing for you. Things are moving for you. You see your shifts coming in, and you're quite optimistic with what's happening. So I do feel like things are working out for you this week, and you're going to see progression. You are going to see a lot of progress that's happening. And whether it be in relationships, whether it be in jobs, whatever you're searching for this week, I see progress. I see progress for you, Libra, and what you're trying to achieve and where you're trying to head to. And you see the ships coming in, whether you're kickstarting a business or trying to make things work with people or relationships or interactions, or in your job, interactions at work. You see things moving in a positive direction. It is quite progressive for you this week, Libra. That's what I feel. And there's also like good connections with these people. Like, there's the Lover's card. So the Lover's card is like embracing love, embracing your connection, karmic connections, like as if you probably know these people in a past life, or you just know them, or it's just a strong bond, strong chemistry with these people, right? With people around. So I do sense this week there is going to be good interactions with people around you, even good interactions in your relationships, personal relationships, or intimate relationships, perhaps. It looks like things are working out for you in terms of relationships, in terms of interactions, and people around you, right? And you're going to see progression. So see, you have the Lover's card here. So whether it be an intimate relationship, maybe if you're in a relationship, you're going to see things progressing in your relationship this week. More chemistry, more bonding with this person, right? But you are also going to be a little bit cautious around you, I feel, because you have the Knight of Sword, right? And the Knight of Sword is about conflicts and arguments and kind of like this tension. Usually it's the fighting card, when people start to fight and get into arguments and stuff like that. So it's kind of like back and forth. So there's this progression happening for you this week. but also there's a bit of conflict happening around the middle of the week, probably disagreements, probably not seeing eye to eye with someone, right? And kind of getting really tense about it. That's what I feel for you, Libra. Whereas close to the end of the week, it's going to feel a bit more nicer. It's going to be a little bit more, the energy is going to be a little bit more loving. There's going to be more connections with others. It's going to probably, you're going to have a much greater time with your spouse or your partner or your relationships. So I feel like this week is going to be like up and down and up, up, down, up. That's what I feel for the week. It's like, oh, things are progressing this week. Oh, and there's this issue, right? And then, oh, okay, having a nice time now with my loved ones or my relationship or with the people around me. So it's basically a forecast of the week for the Libra. So that is what I sense here. So yeah, so things are progressing for you, Libra. So whatever things that you're investing on, keep working on these things in the beginning of the week because your ships are coming in and things are progressing. Yes, there's a little bit of disappointments. There's a little bit of tension in the air after that, but looks like things are going to kick up for you again, Libra, and you're going to have these connections with other people, and there's just going to be more love in the air. That's what I feel for you, Libra. Okay, so let's take one more card for you. Three of Cups. There you go. Rejoice. Isn't it like scary when like a card actually comes out and confirms what you just said, like the balance card, and this one we have like rejoice and celebration. So this really relates to this, right? So yeah, the six. Oh, sorry, this is number 6, so that's why I said the 6. I thought it was the 6. The lovers. So Lily, you have the lovers and rejoice in celebration. So yes, this is more what I feel with this energy is that it's more this week. What's going to be it's more related to friendships, I feel, than it is to romantic interest, right? Because the lovers card usually relates to karmic relationships or romantic relationships. But I feel like this is more like in terms of friendship, in terms of interactions with people. There's going to be like a nice connection with these people. There's going to be nice interactions, rejoicing, right? You're going to be kind of enjoying, at the end of the week, you're going to have fun with other people. Perhaps there can be one romantic interest along with the friendships that you have here, but it's going to be quite exciting at the end of the week. It's going to be quite joyful and quite celebration, maybe going out and having fun partying or going to a bar or having a get together or having a business meeting with people and just enjoying their company or party or celebration. So I feel like you're going to be able to kind of rejoice the interactions at the end of the week, I feel, for this coming week. So yes, there's going to be a little bit of trouble with the Knight of Swords, a little bit of disagreements with other people, but overall, at the end of the week, there's going to be kind of like this celebration happening, and kind of looking forward to that in your life, because these people I feel that you are going to interact with this week, they're meant to be part of your life. They're meant to be part of your life. So they're meant to be in your life, right? That's why they're karmic. That's why you have chemistry with them. That's why you have a close bond with them, because they're meant to be people in your life that, stay longer in your life. They're not meant to just come and go. They are people that are meant to stay, right? And you're going to have like this close connection with them, Libra. That's what I feel. Okay. So yeah, it's a good week. And, things are also mobilizing for you, progressing in whatever you're starting off. Keep moving forward with that as well, because in the beginning of the week, something's going to kickstart for you, and keep on feeding that, because it's going to be beneficial for you in the long run, Libra. Okay. All right. So that's it for the air signs. Let's do the water signs now. Let's start with Cancer, okay? All right, Cancer. So let's see what's in store for you for this week. All right, Cancer. Let's see. So we have the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the 10 of Wands. So Cancer, I feel you're going to be juggling between two things. So you are putting your time and effort into two things that can bring a financial gain for you. Looks like it's something regarding your business or job, but you're juggling between two things. Something that can be secure for you financially, something that is practical, could be something that you're learning skills, using these tools to learn a new skill. But it looks like you're juggling between two things. You could be juggling between what I feel is between your full-time job and your side projects or business that you're working towards. So you are juggling between two things that can help you. Cancer, and sometimes you're kind of struggling to know what to prioritize, whether to prioritize this more than this. I feel like they're both important, but you just need to know when to put more time and effort on one thing and then put more time and effort on the other thing. So you are juggling between two of them, and you're contemplating whether or not to put more attention in the other one instead of the other one, right? In this case, I feel like both are important because sometimes, yes, sometimes it's important to prioritize one only and leave the other investment to the side. But both investments are important right now for you, so don't push any of them aside. I feel like just invest in both, right? Because both of them can bring a sort of financial security for you and a financial gain. So don't dismiss both of them. Both investments are good. They just require you to schedule yourself in different times, different timelines, or for example, schedule yourself for the week and know that okay, for example, in the mornings I'll focus on this, and then in the afternoon or nighttime I'll focus on this, or maybe Monday, Thursday, no, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, I focus on this and this pentacle, right? And then Tuesday, Thursdays, I focus on this one, let's just say, right? Or Saturdays too. So it's like learning to kind of schedule yourself properly so that there's progression, because sometimes we lose track, right? And as water signs, we tend to be more on the emotional side, right? Well, I'm a Leo, but I do have some Cancer in me, so that's why I relate to it. But as a Cancer, Cancers tend to be more emotional and kind of lose track with the practicality of things. So it's good to organize yourself, Cancer, this week. Schedule yourself so that you stay on point on what you want to do and what you want to achieve in terms of your finances, in terms of practical matters, right? And organize and schedule yourself so that you see progression in what you're doing. Because if you're scattered and everywhere, you won't be able to see progression in what you're doing, right? So I suggest to schedule yourself on what you're doing, because I feel like you need to keep both, right? Don't dismiss any of it. Try to maintain both investments so that you see progress on two sides, right? So yes, so that's my advice for you. Also, I see here you have the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is about things moving forward for you this week. So you're going to start seeing things moving forward for you and accelerating for you, probably with what you're working at here, because you're investing in two things. And these two things can start to kick forward, accelerate forward, kick off this week. I do see it kicking off this week. And progressing. And so you're going to see things moving forward. You're probably going to get information or people approach you with certain things because these are messages. So you probably will get messages this week. So embrace that, embrace those messages, embrace the things that are incoming. So incoming situations coming and helping you to accelerate faster and quicker, right? It can get it will get a little bit overwhelming at the end of the week because I do see you carrying a lot of wands. So it's like a lot of wands coming forward for you and you needing to carry all those wands to finish the tasks. But it's not like it's not a burden. It's like a labor of love. So you want to do this. So it's like a labor of love that you want to take on these tasks. May it be better than taking on other tasks that you don't like, right? It's like choosing what I was going to say pick your poison, right? But in this case, it's not like that. In this case, you're choosing something to do that you love to do. So, we all have to work really hard in life, but like it's better when we do things that you're passionate in, working hard in things that you love to do. Like you don't mind spending hours and hours working on it, right? And hours and weeks, right? So that's what it is. It's about choosing a labor of love and working hard towards it. So that's why I don't really dismiss the other pentacle, right? If you're juggling between a full-time job and then your side projects, don't give up your side projects just because you think that your full-time job is the main priority. Yes, it is the main priority in the sense of it helps pay the bills and helps you survive, but your side projects is so much more fulfilling and it's worth so much. Is to invest in it is worth so much more because of what the outcomes can be, and that's what you want to gain, right? What is the reason why you want your side projects to be a success or your business or everything to be a success? Because you want to have work in a work with passion. You want it to be something you're passionate in, right? It's a labor of love. You don't want to like endure a job that you hate, 9 to 5 job that you hate. No. Although I don't feel like you're not going to enjoy this job. I think your full-time job is something that you're quite enjoying right now at the time. But this side project or whatever you're building on the side is also worth your time and effort. So don't dismiss it. Okay. And whatever you're working towards is going to move on forward. Looks like there's acceleration, and at the end of the week you're going to be quite busy needing to deal with those things this week, right? Which is good though, because that's what you want, because that means more income coming in, more growth in your business, more growth and more security in what you're building and what you have in your life. So that's good. It's a good sign. Okay, so let's take one more card for Cancer. We have sacrifice. Okay. It's a sacrifice. So this is the Hangman, I think, Hangman card. So I feel like there was a period where you were kind of drowning emotionally, Cancer, because you are quite an emotional sign and you can sometimes drown in your own emotions, right? And I feel like you had a period where you were drowning in your emotions and you were really stuck in there. But I feel like you finally were able to kind of overpass that or like surpass that or out like kind of fight through it and pull yourself out of drowning. If you do suffer from depression, it is hard to get out of the waters of the dark depression, right? Deep in those waters. So it's quite challenging for people who do suffer from depression to be able to concentrate and pull through tasks and challenges, right? So if you are going through some sort of depression, that could have been why a lot of things were delayed in your life, or whatever you were going through in life. Maybe it could have been adversity that you were going through, Cancer, right? Those are what the waters represent. You're kind of surrendering to it and you're kind of surpassing it, right? Because I feel like you have overcome it, right? Cancer, you've overcome this, the waters, emotion, drowning in the emotions. You kind of rose above that, and you're kind of now kind of seeing the light. You're kind of empowered now, Cancer. You're kind of feeling like, okay, I got this, right? And there's this sort of like enlightenment, this sort of like rainbowness about you that is kind of flourishing outwards again. And you kind of have, your spirituality, and you're kind of in your zen, and you're kind of centered now. You're aligned. You're aligned now. So finally, you kind of like risen from the waters of your own emotional drowning, and you're kind of surpassing it, and you kind of, you're kind of empowered, and you're centered, and you're aligned. So that's what I feel, Cancer, is that you kind of surpassed the challenges that you were going through, and you're finally linked, and you're aligned to what you need to do, and you can finally kind of move on forward and progress quickly. And looks like things are progressing for you quickly, Cancer. Looks like things are mobilizing for you because you're aligned, and you're centered, and you're kind of like, you finally rose above the waters, right, of your emotions that were probably you were drowning in, perhaps, and now you've risen above that. And you will get quite busy with whatever you're trying to achieve, and it's going to be a labor of love. Okay, Cancer, so that's what I see for you, Cancer, for this week. Is I see progression. I see progression in what you're doing. I do see that you're going to be busy, but like I said, it's a labor of love. And you're going to be juggling between two things that can be promising. Just stay consistent. That's the thing with Cancer, is I think with Cancers, it's hard for them to stay consistent in something, because as Cancerians, they tend to be very emotional and can lose track sometimes because of their emotions, and can get stuck in their emotions too. Chaley. Hi, Chaley. Hello. Oh, I love the sunflower emoji. Okay, so I think the next sign, I think we have two more signs happening. So we already did the fire signs. We already did the fire signs. We already did the earth signs, Aquarian sign. Earth signs, Aquarian. Air signs, I mean. Now we're in the water signs. So we are, next sign would be Pisces. Yes, sunflowers are amazing. I got, it's interesting because one of the cards that I kept pulling up in the reading was the Page of Wands. Page of Wands appeared like 2 to 3 times in people's readings, and he has like a sunflower. I don't know if I can find it here, but he has like the sun. Oh, here he is. Sunflower right here. He has like a sunflower here in his heart, kind of like he gives me the feeling of sunshine, like a person bringing in sunshine in your world. So, oh, Pisces here. Oh, you're a Pisces. Nice. Okay, so I am going to do a Pisces reading now. So yeah, that card appeared a lot in people's readings, and it just made me feel like, oh, there's like, I think the collective is going to receive lots of rays of sunshine this week. And rays of sunshine can mean like not necessarily literal rays of sunshine, but like people can be rays of sunshine, and youthful energy too, because Pages of Wands are youthful and very extroverted and outgoing, and it's good to receive that light, and it's very kind of warm. Yes, you are. Is that how you pronounce it? Chaley? Your name, Chaley? Yes, you are meant to be here. You are the sunflower. Let's pull out a card. Okay, let's see. So for Pisces, for this week, we have the 8 of Pentacles, we have the Empress, We have the Six of Cups. Chaley. Oh, okay. That's good. I pronounce it good. Okay, so for Pisces, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So we start off with the Eight of Pentacles, and this card is suggesting that for Pisces, Pisces is going to be very focused in their labor, in their work, and working on something they're really passionate in, really excited. It's something that they put a lot of love. It's a labor of love, and you're really focused on this week. You're going to start this week kind of really focus and building something that you that is an investment for you, but it's also kind of something that you love to do. You're going to work really hard on it. Perhaps maybe you've been delaying it for a bit, Pisces, delaying something that you really wanted to put your focus in, but now you're going to have the opportunity to finally focus on it this week. You're going to work really hard towards it. You know, you're going to really focus in your craft and what you're good at, and build something. It could be something that you're working on maybe late at night, maybe after work. It feels like it's a side project or side business or whatever you're working on, aside from for your full-time job, or it could be something that you just enjoy doing, that you're putting effort in. And after that, you have the Empress. So you're going to be very empowered this week, Pisces. You're going to be in your element. You're going to feel like the Empress as well. And perhaps what you're working hard towards is going to give you this kind of feeling, this feeling of empowerment and feeling of very nurturing. So the Empress is a card of nurture, a card of being like the mother, being like the Empress, taking your throne, being very empowered in what you do, and setting out rules. And perhaps it could be in what you're working on. You're working really hard. I do see you're working really hard on something. So maybe probably taking charge finally on something that you've been working on that's very important for you. And you're going to feel quite empowered throughout the middle of the week and feel like very feel like the Empress, right? Feel like you can take charge of your life and be a very empowered woman or man. So very well, the Empress is a woman but has a lot of female energy. So if you're a woman, you could feel very empowered this week, very much like the Empress, and taking charge in certain things. Very creative time. So this week you can probably see you doing things that can bring a lot of passion for you, maybe working on certain crafts or paintings, or doing something that can, yeah, make you feel like the Empress. Empress is a very creative energy. So whatever it is, whatever you're working on can be very creative. If you're a male, and you could be dealing with a female that's like the Empress, that can be very nurturing and loving, and could be either your spouse taking care of you or somebody at work who it could be very nourishing for you, and being around them can be quite healing, because this woman is very empowered. So either you will be dealing with an Empress, or you'll feel like the Empress this week, where you'll have the opportunity to finally feel like you're empowered and in your throne and achieving a lot of things for yourself and for your life, and just being that mother figure for other people that really need you to be like a mother right now, right? And you are willingly be able to give that loving, nurturing energy to others, right? And then at the end of the week, I do see the Six of Cups. So there is kind of like this nice connection with other people that you are interacting with. It could be somebody from your childhood, could be somebody that you know that comes from very familiar, somebody who's very familiar, perhaps you may be encountering. And there's this nice, like, gentle, calming energy about them. And this interaction is like kind of reconnecting with people again, perhaps reconnecting with people around you, and kind of investing in the relationship. So there's something kind of like this nice nostalgic feeling, because it's a card of nostalgia. So probably being nostalgic with people from the past, communicating with people from the past, communicating with people that you kind of knew in your childhood, or kind of sending them a message again, or suddenly they are connecting with you again. And so there's this nice connection with these people that you know from perhaps your childhood, and they can be reconnecting with you again. And there's a sense of nostalgia or visiting something from your past. That's what I feel. Somebody from your past coming in, or revisiting a past situation that kind of brings a very friendly feeling. So it's not anything bad, it's more friendly connection with that person or with the situation, and kind of rejoicing on the memories and having like this nice time with them, because there is a connection. So that's great. I see progression in your side projects, Pisces. I see something progressing for you, and you're building something for yourself, working really hard on something that you put a lot of love into it, and being very empowered in your element, feeling like the empowered empress that you are, and very nurturing, loving, and very creative. Or you encountering somebody like that is like the empress, right? And having this nice nostalgic love between another person that brings you this safety and security of the past, kind of like coming in again. Yes, it's me. Oh, do you want to know your life purpose, Shaylee? I don't know how to do life purpose, but I know if you check in numerology, you can check what your life purpose is. Life purpose number. I think they call it the number of life purpose. Oh, and I got one card for Pisces here, and I got power. Oh, you know your life purpose? That's good. If you want to share it, go ahead. I think my life purpose is number 11, 30. So like when I add all the numbers of my life purpose, it comes to a 3 and an 8, a 38. And so I added, and that comes to number 11. So I'm a life purpose 11. My life purpose is number 11. So I researched that, what it meant. Life purpose 11 is quite interesting. Yes. Oh, you are a healer. That's nice. Oh, I feel I'm a healer too. Yes, I am an 11 master number. What's your number? Yes, I am. I am, yeah. Well, working towards that path. It's been quite challenging to be an 11 master number. Oh. Thank you. It's not easy though. It's quite challenging to be an 11. But I try. Doing these videos help. Doing these videos really help me to progress in that path. There are only 3 master numbers. Yeah, there's only a few master numbers. Now, I think there's also 44, and I mean those they're rare to find. Like a 33 and a 44 master number person is so rare to find them. I have seen a lot of 11s and 22 master numbers though. I have some family members who are master number 11 and master number 22, but it's very rare to find someone with 33 and 44. Yes, it's challenging, a lot of pressure. Yeah, maybe they are out there, but I just haven't found them. So, but yeah, it's fun figuring out master numbers. Oh, is that what it means? Oh, that's pretty cool. Right. So it's like graduating. So like you learned all the curriculum, like you mastered everything, and then this lifetime you have to like show what you've learned and what you've mastered in this life, and that's my challenge. Oh, thank you, Shaylee. I'll try to believe in myself. Oh, yes, I have to listen to my heart. It's very important to listen to our heart. It's like it's so hard. Sometimes we get lost in the mind, right? But we lose track, and then we just have to remember to go back to the heart, right? Yes, thank you. Yes, I must believe. And oh, and I got this card for Pisces. So I got power. So knowing your power. So it's interesting because we're talking about master numbers, right? And knowing our power as sentient beings. This is relating to Pisces. So yeah, Pisces. So this is your power. I feel like you're going to discover your power this week because you're very empowered, like the Empress, and you're going to discover that you have this very powerful nature within you that you can achieve a lot. And it's like you're discovering it a lot. I'm very drawn to the green color here in the green eyes, in the lion's eyes. So even though you're our water sign, you have a lot of like this fire in you, empowerment in you, right? Maybe a Leo in you because I see the lion here. Maybe it's in your chart, but you're a very empowered being, very wise too, because of I see the wisdom here, right? So, like Shaylee said, maybe you're a master number, Pisces, and you can check if you have a master number in your in numerology and in your birthday and the numbers of your birthday, and yeah, because you just add all the numbers of your birthday, and then you see your life purpose, you see your number, and maybe you have a master number, right? And or maybe one of your numbers represent power. And so you're going to really see that and you're going to really embrace it this week, Pisces. You're going to be very empowered this week and kind of understand more your nature, right? Since we are talking about master numbers during the Pisces reading. So I think that's a sign, right? So I am a life path 5. Ooh, I don't know what a life path 5 is. The smiley was. Our emotions are something to be observed, not something to control and manipulate us. Yeah, yes, that's true. Our emotions tell us something, right? And a lot of our emotions are originated by our thoughts. So it's mostly our thoughts. What kind of thoughts are we thinking, right? And the thoughts that we think usually create our emotions. And so it's good to observe our emotions instead of being kind of controlled by our emotions. Because the more we observe our emotions, the more we kind of understand why we're feeling that way. And a lot of it is because of our thoughts, right? Once we learn to master our emotions, then we finally see the door that has always been behind us. Yeah, the door to the infinite amount of knowledge that has always been accessible. Oh, that's true. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. Our bodies tell us, not our emotions. Yes, our body is very intelligent. Our body has an intelligence as well, and we just need to learn to listen to our bodies as well because our bodies tell us a lot, right? Right, Shaylee? So we just need to kind of trust that. So that's kind of like a message for Pisces too, what Shaylee said here too, to master our emotions. Okay, and to have this balance within you, right? So yes, thank you, Shaylee, for sharing that. That's quite a wonderful message for Pisces for the reading. Oh, an amazing channel message from Ascended Masters earlier. I love that. Wow, to like speak with an Ascended Master. That's wonderful. I've only encountered one Ascended Master, and it's an owl. He's an owl being. And he comes to visit me a few times, and like a spirit guide guiding me. And he always appears at a time where I'm watching videos. Usually, when I watch videos from Gaia, this owl ascended master comes down to guide me and speak to me. And then when I lose track of my path, then he's not around. But then when I come back on track with my purpose in life and I start to watch these videos, this owl ascended master comes back to guide me again. That's the only ascended master I know who I speak with, but it must be great to like channel one. That's amazing, Shaylee. They catcalling our brains, like brains, and they are our little brains to control us and keep us small. Yes, it's amazing how it's our brain, it's our mind. We get paralyzed. So in the readings for this, for all the zodiac signs, you'll see when you see the videos here that a lot of zodiacs got the 8 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords is about kind of like being paralyzed, right? And not being able to move forward because of all our thoughts. And it's always our brains that control us, and they never want us to progress forward, right? Yeah, they keep us small. We talk so down on ourselves, right? Oh, no way. You have an owl tattoo on your arm? That's amazing, Shaylee. Oh, that's great. That's cool. What a coincidence that I mentioned that, and then you have an owl tattoo on your arm. That's really cool. Oh, the owl is me. Yes, I do feel like I'm an owl. I have that feeling sometimes when I feel like I'm an owl. That's why I'm nocturnal. I can't sleep at night sometimes, but I've learned to fix my sleeping schedule. But I was very nocturnal for so many years. Very nocturnal. And also the wisdom of an owl, obviously the wisdom of an owl, that's what it is. And so I was like, maybe that's me, or maybe that's some like a mentor that I follow under. I don't know. I used to follow my entire life. Oh, is it? Oh, hey, Kevin. Yeah, 33. Oh, yes. 33 has followed you a lot in your life. I know that for sure. Number 33. Oh, I have a feeling probably my Ascended Master Owl is around. Which is why we're talking about Ascended Masters. I think he's trying to, he's like my mentor. He's probably like helping me out right now in the readings. It's nice to feel his energy. And the fact that you have the owl tattoo on your arm too. So just confirms he's around and helping me and reminding me of my path because of the master number 11. Aw. I love talking about these things. Oh, yes. I can feel that you're speaking the truth, Shaylee. I can feel it. Yes. I can feel your energy. I always love the energy of Pisces. Pisces are very psychic, very emotional beings. Very caring, compassionate too. Yes, I can feel you're speaking the truth. Oh, is that the William Michael Forbes? Is that the channel message from the Ascended Master that you mentioned, Shaylee? Oh, I will. Oh, where can I find the show to watch it? I'm very interested to watch the show. Okay, so now we have the last zodiac, which is Scorpio. So we're going to do a reading for Scorpios too. So Scorpios are also very in-depth and very psychic in the zodiac sign as well. Oh, that is the name of the YouTube channel. Oh, okay. I'll look it up. I'll definitely look it up. So I'll leave it here so that I can take a look at it after. I love seeing all that. Okay, so let's do a reading for Scorpio now. So that was the lovely message for Pisces. Okay, Scorpio, so let's see what's in store for you. Oh, the name of the episode is The Ascended Truth. Oh, okay. Oh, that's Felix. Felix wants to come in now. Felix is my kitty. He's like, it's time to be with mommy. Okay. Thank you, Shayla. I'll definitely take a look at that. Okay. All right, Scorpios, let's take a look at your reading for the week. And this is the last zodiac sign for the all signs reading for today. Okay, we have Page of Swords, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Fool. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords. So Scorpio. So it looks like there are a lot of things coming in that could make you a little bit defensive, Scorpio. So a lot of communication from other people, from maybe family members or around you that you could feel a little bit defensive around, a little bit maybe being criticized a lot, receiving a lot of critiques from other people, and that can put you on guard a bit and could make you a little bit defensive, Scorpio. So we have the Page of Swords here, so you are a little bit cautious, you are a little bit defensive, too much critique, that you are a little bit on guard, very on guard, and I'm very cautious and a little bit defensive, kind of like ready to strike your sword if somebody kind of either crosses you or kind of makes you feel like, I feel like there's just a tension going on between you and another person or people around you. Maybe you're dealing with legal matters, and because you're dealing with legal matters, maybe you have to deal with somebody that can be maybe quite difficult, or there can be a little bit of critiques. And you could feel quite defensive but ready to strike if it goes too far. So there is a little bit of a tension happening in the beginning of the week for you, Scorpio. But you are a very empowered individual, Scorpio. I do see the Queen of Wands here. So whether you are a female and feel like the Queen of Wands, or you can also be a male that feels like the Queen of Wands, or you can be a male that is influenced by a Queen of Wands. It could be encountering a Queen of Wands. And Queen of Wands is a very powerful individual, very bold, very strong in their element, very fiery, and it's quite different than your element, Scorpio, since you are a water sign, quite opposite from your energy. And perhaps this person can be a little bit intimidating, quite intimidating for you. You could be a little bit intimidated by this person, Scorpio. So you kind of pull back a bit, or you kind of restrain yourself a bit, or a little bit on guard with this person, Scorpio. But this person doesn't seem like they mean harm. And it's interesting because when I look at them or their face, they have a very calm nature, and they have a very like they're sure of themselves. They're very confident, and they know what they're doing. Like they're very sure of themselves, and they're very confident in what they're doing, as if they can see 5 steps ahead of you. And so they just are just allowing things to kind of progress in a calm manner, and kind of like under control. Like they know everything is under control. Somebody who's very in control of their life and understands and can manage things and know that everything is in control. And that can put you a little bit on guard. That can maybe intimidate you or pull you back. So his face is more like cautious and concerned, but hers is more like calm and collective and kind of understanding, kind of like a wisdom in it too. So there is going to be this interaction with this woman, Scorpio. So you are a little bit cautious about them, but this person doesn't mean any harm. I feel like this person means well. You just have to trust them and that they know what they're doing. So anybody in the professional field that you're dealing with, I think you can trust them, or anybody you're encountering that is like the Queen of Wands. I feel like it's somebody that you can trust, right? Because they feel like they're very in control and they know what they're doing. So do not be too cautious around them this week, Scorpio. You also have the Fool card, Scorpio. So the Fool is about kind of letting go of things that stress you or burden you or make a situation very heavy for you. Fool is very light-hearted. It's a person who wants to take risks and want to feel a little bit at ease at life. So there are situations and opportunities for you to feel a little bit more lighthearted, to feel a little bit more easygoing. So it looks like throughout the week you will have an opportunity to feel a little bit more adventurous or feel like you can progress on things in a more lighthearted nature, like not having too many worries to focus on, like feeling like you can trust, because probably this person makes you feel like you can trust them, so you won't feel like this anymore. It feels like throughout the week you'll feel a little bit more calmer and a little bit more free spirited, right? So it feels like, okay, you can do things, you can feel a bit more yourself, you can trust, you can, be a little bit more free spirited, I feel. So I kind of enjoy life and enjoy the new beginnings of your life, Scorpio, with whatever you were dealing with. Looks like there was a little bit of tension at first, but now it seems like things are feeling quite good throughout the progress of everything. And so, and this week and the end of the week, you'll feel a little bit more lighthearted about the situation and a little bit more carefree, I feel, for you, Scorpio. All right, let's take one more card for you, Scorpio. We have solitude. So, yes, this is quite Scorpion energy. Scorpios like to isolate themselves a lot and go within their world, inner world. And this week, you're going to feel a little bit more like you're going to be more reserved. You will have more solitude. So you're going to start going within yourself this week, Scorpio, trying to discover certain things within yourself. Maybe go through meditations, go through some retreats, or go somewhere where you can go within, or just isolate yourself so that you can gain some perspective in life and kind of see things a bit more clear. So you are kind of going to isolate yourself a bit this week and go within, maybe study a bit, maybe read some books or meditate, or be a little bit more reserved than usual. Just stay in your own space and kind of figuring things out for yourself. It's very healing to be in your own space and healing. It's going to help you this week. So there is kind of like an energy of feeling on guard, but then you feel like calm because this person around you makes you feel calm. This Queen of Wands, you feel like you can be okay around them, and then you're gonna feel a little bit more lighthearted. So throughout the week, there is going to be more of introversion. So you're going to be more within yourself, being more within solitude, not really interacting much with other people, just trying to heal and try to just be in your own space, kind of be in your own sacred space to gain some perspective and gain healing. Solitude helps us to feel more at peace within ourselves. Solitude is really healing, actually. It restores us, it generates us, it gains our energy back, and it helps us gain perspective in our life. So yeah, that's what I see for Scorpio, okay, for this week. And that's it for all the zodiac signs. And this wanted to jump out too. So Scorpio got an extra card, which is the heart chakra. So the heart is about, green is about heart, love. That's what the frequency of the green color is, other than pink, but green, the heart chakra. So it looks like your heart chakra is going to be activated this week. Your heart is going to open up, and perhaps because of the solitude, the regenerating yourself and gaining perspective, that's going to help you heal and help you open your heart again, Scorpio. Okay, so that's for your reading for today. Also, do you know that you are a starseed? Yes, I am a starseed. I am a starseed for sure. I always believe that I'm a starseed and I come from the stars. And I have a mission here on Earth to accomplish certain tasks, right? Oh, sunflowers. I love the sunflowers emojis. You are never alone. Even if At times, it feels as if you are loved and you are amazingly valuable. Yes, that's true, Shaylee. You choose this incarnation to share your amazing gifts and your beautiful heart with Him. Yes, for sure. We are here to share our gifts and to share our love. And we have the heart chakra there, red heart card, the card of the heart chakra, meaning that we're also here to give love, right? And receive love. Dimension, you will help so many people. You are always appreciated. Thank you for keeping your heart intact. And thank you for staying kind and for allowing your beautiful light to continue sharing. You have an absolutely gorgeous soul. Oh, thank you, Shaylee. That means so much. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. That means so much. Thank you. You're like an angel that came here and helped me here with my readings. That's what I feel. And seeing all the owl signs here, it's wonderful. And the butterfly too. Yes. Yes, the owl here. If I can feel my ascended master mentor around through you as well. Thank you. You have a very beautiful soul as well, Shaylee. Okay? Let's all share our gifts as star seeds here in the earth, yeah? And our love. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming here, for taking a look at reading for all zodiac signs. So this was reading for all the zodiac signs. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shaylee. Awesome. Okay, so I guess that's it for the readings. I'm going to make more readings. I'm going to make more frequent readings daily and at nighttime. So I'm going to set up the room and everything to make more readings, make it more frequent. So yes. So look forward for that. For I am going to do more readings soon. I just have so many projects and trying to build so many things that it's hard to prioritize things. Like that card, juggling back and forth between everything. So yes. So but in time, I think I'll be able to do it. So yeah. So thank you guys for coming and taking a look at your reading. If you liked my channel, like my videos, please subscribe to my videos. Subscribe to my channel and like my videos. If you want to give it a like, give it a like. If you like to donate, the link is under the description below if you like to donate for this reading. And yeah, and make sure to take a look at all my other social media platforms that I have here and my YouTube channel. And yes, thank you for coming for this all signs reading. And I'll be making more videos soon again. Okay. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day and night. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Bye. Have a good night. Bye.